Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is the afternoon at p.m. That's a little funny. Oh, yeah, alright. Alright, today we're going to be talking about becoming more self aware. Self aware, what do I mean by this? Do you ask? Let's think about it. This shit is blinding my eyes. So, being self aware is knowing that this is not really life. Well, it is life. We're going through the motions of it. But there's a bigger meaning to life than just what we are. Okay? Just humans or things like that. For me, I always believed that we had a soul contract with somebody before coming here. And we don't know where it's supposed to be on. And we can't ask questions. We just gotta go through life and figure it out. Okay? Being self aware is so great. It's also knowing how to interpret life on a different level. Okay, not like a different level, but a different thought process. It's like being self aware is knowing that this is not real, I should say, but like very hyping on the real part. It's not made to be seen like this is not real. Everything's real, but it's a figmentation of your own reality, your own world. Why? Because it's as a point of view of yourself. Okay, so if you have that self awareness, knowing that basically you create your own reality inside your head and you work towards it any ways possible, that's the frequency that you would be working towards. You could accomplish anything that you put your mind to. I'm saying like you could accomplish anything you put your mind to, but it's honestly the truth and reality. Being self aware is knowing that basically whatever you do, you could get by putting that energy in that specific frequency. Let me back that up. Alright, if you guys heard like around basically my other videos where I talk about frequencies, different reality, da da da, right? You creating your own reality within your own head, within your own world, by only the reason why you could get there is because you have to work towards it. That's literally the point of life. Is working towards where you want to see yourself in. Manifestations, creating your reality, all the same. Also being self-aware. It is also knowing that all the things I said, including knowing the things that are projected in like around you is just basically a projection of your own mind, of your own subconscious, in a way. I'm not gonna say in a way, but I'm just saying that because you could have your own thought process on life. It's all up to you. That's what being self aware is knowing that there's something way more than just us. We're just living in our 3D reality and living in our own world that we create because we are our first person. Oh, scared crap on me. We are our own first person. We see life through point of view of yourself. Okay? So basically that point of view of first person point of view, if you're talking about like reading and writing and shit, it would be from first person. You create your own reality because you are the one who's seeing your reality. Knowing that, you could be more self-aware of the things you do. Okay? Knowing that, say you're working towards becoming the first known person in your family to be financially stable. You work towards that. That's what you could have inside your mind. You could work towards it. That's your first point of view. That you see your whole family is financially unstable. That's why you want to work to be financially stable, because you want to change that reality, right? It's always just weirdly thought you thought of this all the time throughout your life, right? It could be anything, and that's just an example. You could be first millionaire in your family, and basically it's being self-aware that yes, you could get that, but you have to have the plan to work to where you want to be in that reality and how to get there. Anybody could get there, you know what I mean? Now, it depends on what you want to do, but it's realizing that through your subconscious to your conscious mind. So you're self-aware of knowing that okay. I'm trying to give more examples to explain like what trying to to really understand it. I don't know if I'm making total sense, but I talked about in my other videos about frequencies and things like that. We work in our own minds to realize that we are self-aware by vibrating on a higher frequency. You're aligned with your highest power. I guess you could say your highest click. I say click, so it will click. Your highest timeline. You could work to be in your highest timeline by being on your highest frequency. Your highest frequency is not being at a lower level. I say lower level, but just like a low vibration. Lower frequency, higher frequency. Okay, get the meaning? So, we both have a north and south node. If you believe in astrology, right? Even if you don't, you could just say we both have a positive and negative frequency towards us, alright? We could choose the positive path, or we could choose the negative path, alright? Basically vibrating at the lowest frequency of ourselves. Can we go up? Yes. Can we go down from lower than the lower frequency? Possibly. If we're talking about the trajectories here, right? Okay. And if you want to be on your highest timeline, you have to vibrate on that higher frequency. Okay? That's also understanding that you are self-aware of what's the true meaning of life, true purpose of life. There's so many purposes of life. There's so many different aspects you could take out of it. Understand anything. But you know what it comes down to all the time through religion, anything like that, religion, non-religious, astronomy, anything. It all comes down to being self-aware that there's more out there in life. That there's a purpose in life. Through every single thing you notice, like through religion, through anything, science. There's more than what we know that's out there. So understanding that is being self-aware to just focus on creating your own reality through your first person 3D. Now I'm bringing 3D up in this. Okay. I'm so thirsty. Alright. But I have to say this. So, now what I mean by 3D. Basically, what I was saying before, your 3D reality is everything that you see out in front of you. Your 5D reality is your subconscious. Okay? If we're going into detail here. I'm just going to make it pretty darn simple for the people who don't really understand so much about it but want to understand a purpose in life. I'll tell you this. Okay? We all have a purpose in life, but we create what our purpose is. We do not choose. We do choose. Let me say this. We have chosen before we came here, but we figure out the lessons by being self-aware of our actions. Okay? If you need me to explain that more, I could definitely do that. But everybody needs to understand that even if you don't believe any religions, you're atheist, anything like this, you believe in science, anything, you could all come to one union to understand that, hey, there's a purpose of your own life. Being self-aware is the most important understanding. To understand this, one thing that you will take out of this is that there's more than what we know is out there. We all have a purpose here, and we find it on our journey. Okay? Our lessons are taught to us on our journey. Things that happen to us that put us down and put us in that low vibration shows our strength and resilience to get back up onto our highest timeline and our highest frequency. Shit. 555? What is going on the clock? That's a little crazy. 1, 2, 3. What the hell? Alright, well, I stopped. I literally just stopped talking and I just saw. Okay. Alright. Shake it. That's my algorithm of life. And what I've taken out of it. I've grown up most of the time. I was very atheist. Not atheist, but I really did not believe in so much. Why? Because I felt like there was nobody there to. They just forgot about me. I felt like whoever was there up there, they just forgot about me. I thought of them all the time as the realm, the people, the higher ups. That's how I usually saw them. Like, why did they forget about me? Why is this happening to me? The things that I went through were very traumatic as a kid. When I came to it, definitely I believe in a higher power. I believe in them truly and deeply, that there is a higher power. God, Savior, whoever you want to interpret it as, because religion, non-religion, science, everything like that, everybody comes to a common denominator of a higher power. Okay? Anything that you could go through, except for atheists, of course. But they do believe that there's something higher than us out there. Why? Because no one can explain the unexplainable. No one can. But a higher power. Okay? I'm taking a lot of energy. But that's my interpretation of life, you know? It's what I believed in for a while. It's been in very much a lot of religious cultures, a lot of religions. And I always say cultures because cultures, if you look at all the different cultures, I do a lot of research. Don't mind me. And sometimes it's for school too, because I'm in anthropology and social science, and I think it was in a couple of the psychology and for cultures. I just like culture and learning their religions and things like that and connecting them. And when we were connecting them, I always saw the same common denominator. And what was it that said? Okay, is that basically that we all believe in something that's a higher power. There's a higher source. I say the source. That's what I believe in. A source. The source. From the realm. Of fairies. No, I'm kidding. But from the realm. And I always believe there's a higher source. I think that there's the person, the source, God, anybody that you believe, Savior, all the same thing. That's what I came to the common denominator. And they all talked about finding a purpose on this earth. All of them. Their cultures were literally intertwined with trying to find a purpose in life. Since the Stone Ages. And it just got to me thinking, it's like, that's the whole purpose. It's finding your own purpose through your own reality. Make whatever you want by working towards it. Putting that energy into it. Becoming more self-aware that there's more out there than what you see in a 3D reality or first person point of view. What if you look at the bigger picture? Look at it from what's the third person point of view? Looking within, not looking out. You're the one looking out. What about looking in? See the bigger picture. Okay, that was a lot on self-awareness and being self-aware. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.